Hello everybody, my name is Siddharth. I'll be showing how easy it is to get stock data using Pandas data reader. So the Pandas data reader is the main library which we'll be using. This Pandas data reader can connect to various number of sources, but in our case we'll be connecting to Yahoo Finance. So the Pandas data reader makes a get request to Yahoo Finance to the data which we want, and Yahoo Finance will respond to our request using the API call, and it will send data to Pandas data reader, and Pandas data reader will automatically save the data into a Pandas data frame. So using this Pandas data frame we can perform any type of analytics we want. Okay, so this was the high level overview. Let's look at the code. Okay, now let's look at the implementation part. We'll see how easy it is to get data using Pandas data reader. Our main website from where we'll be scraping data is Yahoo Finance. Let's first take a look over there. So we'll be downloading data from here. So Pandas data reader is configured in such a way that the data will be downloaded from Yahoo Stock Exchange. Sorry, Yahoo Finance. Okay, now for example, if I want to scrape data for SBI, that is State Bank of India, I'll just type SBI. Yeah, you can see the data for SBI, and in this website you can observe that the code for SBI is SBIN.NS. So like the data, if we want to extract data from National Stock Exchange of India, the postfix of the data will be .ns over here. So you can observe the data for SBI over here. Okay, now let's jump to the Pandas data reader and see how we can import the data. Okay, to import data from Pandas data reader, the library should be installed. So to install that library, all we need to type is pip install pandas data reader. It will take some time to install. Because I have already installed, I'll get this message, but if you're installing for the first time, it will be actually installed. Okay, now Pandas data reader is installed. Let's import the Pandas data reader. So to import Pandas data reader, we need to type import pandas data reader dot data as web. So there is a convention, we need to download Pandas data reader as well, and let's also import Pandas library. So we'll do import Pandas as pd. Okay, so now Pandas is okay. So now let's import data for SBIN as we saw in the previous examples. The code for SBI is SBIN.ns. Okay, let's define this. So to import data for any ticker, we need to do web.data reader, and let's see what all parameter it is going to take. So the first parameter this data reader will take is name. So the name of the ticker from which you want to extract the data source. So data source in our case is Yahoo. The data here can be anything. So for example, if you want macroeconomic data, you can get data from World Bank or Fred, and start and end start date and end date from the point you want to extract the data. So let's get the data for SBI first. And we'll extract the data from Yahoo because Yahoo is our source, and our start date will be start of January in 2020, and our end date will be the January of 2021. Okay, you can see it's so simple. Like we have extracted the data for SBI from Yahoo from 2020 January to 2021 January, and we have all the data. We have high price, low price, opening price, close price, volume, and adjusted close. It was so easy. For example, you want to download the data for more than one company in one API request. All you need to do is you need to define the companies from which you want to extract the data. Now I'll extract the data from three companies. I'll extract from State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, and ITC, that is Indian Tobacco Corporation. Okay, so you need to keep all the companies in a list. So let me create a list. So the first company is SBI dot ns. So we need to give a dot ns to every company because we are extracting data from NSE. ICICI Bank dot ns and dot ns, and we'll extract data using same convention of pandas data reader. So we need to do web dot data reader. So instead of passing a single ticker over here, you can say we pass the single string over here, but instead of that we'll pass a list over here, the list of our companies, and we'll extract the data from Yahoo. We'll give same start date which we have given here. So I'll just copy this and let me paste over here. Let me format this. Yeah. Okay. So we have extracted data for the three companies. But the problem which you can see over here is all these values which are the values which we want. But you can see over here adjusted close is over here, and below adjusted close we have SBI and ICICI Bank and ITC. And if you look at close, we have these three companies. If you look at high, we have these three companies. But our goal is to get data for each company in this format. So let's see how we can do that. Let me show like how actually it works. Dot lock will extract all the rows, and then okay, observe here, this convention is really important. I'll type slice of none, and then I'll type the company name which I want. So I'll type ICICI BANK dot NS. So we have extracted data for a single company. So let me explain this convention one more time. So when we do slice of none, we'll extract the first index of the all the values of first index column. So you can see over here the first index value is adjusted close, close, high, all these values. So if you do slice none, the slice none will extract all these value, and if you do give second value as the company name, it will extract data for a single company. Okay, so I hope that's clear. So let's proceed further. Now we want to save this single data frame into a CSV format. But you can see there is one more problem over here. When we save the data in CSV format, we don't want the column in this way. Like adjusted close, high, low, this is what we prefer. But we don't want this symbols index. So what to do? All we need to do is we need to remove this. So if I'll give the name of this data frame as tempdf, and if you look at the columns of tempdf, you will see all these columns, but we don't want these columns. We only want the first level of the columns. You can do all the tricks with multi-index, but what I found the easiest is just give the names of the columns which you want. So I have the name somewhere over here. Yeah. So instead of doing some acrobatics and removing the first column and removing this, just give the names which you want, and you will get the data frame as you prefer. Now if we take the look at tempdf again, you can see the data is like we want. Okay, now let's write a for loop so that no need to save data manually. We'll just create a for loop, and that for loop will save the data for us. So let's iterate through each and every company in this list. For company in companies list, so we are iterating through each and every company. Let me create a temporary variable called company. In this company, I'll store the data frame of a single company. Company is equal to df dot lock. We'll extract all the rows and slice of none, and then company. Okay, I hope this convention is clear. If it's not clear, I'll explain one more time. So what this slice none is doing is, you can look over here, all the columns. We want only these columns, and we want for a single company, we want all these columns. So we want only first index of the column for a single company. So if we do slice none will extract all these first index, and the company over here, this company will extract the company, the one only which we want. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Then we'll change the columns again as I explained over here. I'll just copy this and I'll do company dot columns is equal to all these columns, and now let's just save this data frame as to CSV. Okay, so I hope that was clear how easy it was to download the data and saving it as CSV. Now all my data is saved in a CSV format.